Well, hello there. Today we're going to rendezvous with beauty. This message is especially for you today if you've become too practical. Children love the wonders of this world, and their idea of what that is much different than maybe an adult that is maybe not connected with nature. But today I'm going to call back the frequency of beauty. And that first starts in your quantum charisma. And the lens that the Holy Spirit is bringing through today is the vantage point of the simple things of nature. So I want you to just come into the visceral well. The visceral expression of ferns and glistening water and the freshness of the smells of going into a grotto that's dripping with wetness, that's dripping with flowers that maybe you don't really notice because they're small. You know, the ones that are sort of in between the green, the little daisies or the little sprays of white. Really see those come forward in your fields. And notice them in your mind's eye. What other flowers are coming to you as medicine? If there's any specific ones that are coming to you now, I want you to make a mental note or write it down. It's okay to stop for a moment. Because those are the flower essences that are actually coming to you as medicine at this time. And if you notice that there are certain ferns or certain plants or certain trees or vines, write that down or take a mental note. They all have frequency. So what is the frequency of beauty? What is the frequency of beauty inside of you? What is the smells that get activated when you feel a watery, fresh environment that's just beaming and gleaming and overflowing and bursting with that greenness, that freshness, the smells of the earth? And let yourself fall into the smell of soil, the smell of the smells that you notice that's the forest, that's the ocean, that's the mountains, that's the desert. It doesn't even have to be the favorite place of beauty for you, but it's the place that you're called to. For right now, in this now moment of your life, to be the elixir, the energetic frequency of beauty signature in your life. And breathe that in through your heart, down to your womb, and back up through your crown, into your third eye, and out your throat, into your heart, down through your solar plexus and your sacrum, down to your root, out, up, into your crown, deep into your third eye, and out your throat. And so you're charging your expression of your beautiful voice, your healing frequency. And today, Spirit is asking for you to make a recording that you speak love to yourself in a recording that you make on your phone. And you're going to allow yourself to hear your voice in its highest expression, the most intentional frequency that you can offer, so that you can hear the sound of the frequency of you. My mother and I had a falling out the other day. It's not even important why, but she's 90. And it's interesting because she wears this fuzzy robe. That's that, kind of plush sort of robe. I feel like I'm hugging a teddy bear. And I'm really, really lucky because my mom, she's 90, but she's very strong. Like, we have strong genes in our family. And so I hugged her, and I could feel her strong bottom and her just, she's little, but she's strong and she's muscly, but it just felt so healing. And when she was standing and I was sitting in my chair, I'm much taller than her, and my head went to her breast, and I heard the sound of her heartbeat, and everything was so solid. Everything was so reinforcing for her 90-year-old self. I felt like a kitten snuggling up into her mother's belly, Your voice is that feeling. Your voice is the heartbeat of the mother for you when you can't be with your mother. So if you've lost your mother, or you're not near your mother, or you're broken with your mother, your voice, when you speak kindness to yourself, is that reassurance that we can't get when we're not connected to our mother. But we can connect through our mother's line, through the frequency of our true essence, because she is within that familial, ancestral line of the woman that is within you. And it's so precious. So you will create a recording of your voice from a list that you're going to make that is the words that you need to hear, that you would easily say to another, but you haven't said to yourself. We're looking for healing as women. We have been damaged throughout time. We have. And it hasn't been easy for us as women. Just in our planetary polarity of masculine and feminine, it hasn't really been very equal. And with all things that have been suppressed, if you look at especially the cultures, the people, the races that have been suppressed, they're very powerful, aren't they? Right? So those who are insecure or not aligned will oftentimes suppress what they're afraid of. So as a woman, your power has been suppressed through many different generational messages. So the frequency of your voice to yourself carries a signature that is so important for your own healing. And you can do more than one frequency recording for yourself, but at least do one as your divine homework for today's download, is that you're going to call back the power to yourself through your quantum electromagnetic frequency in your voice to speak words of kindness, compassion, self-love, gratitude, inspiration, faith, as you rise into the higher frequencies of your timeline. So it's very important to understand your mana, your chi, right? It's important to understand your energetic signature. And you can't reach into those higher frequencies unless you can really understand that you being at peace with yourself, that you call all your energy back to yourself, you call your breath forward and through your body. And this will be a very important part of the preparation. But so many of us need to hear our voices. And you're going to find that it's sort of like homeopathy is the very thing that you need the most, is the thing that you want to take in. And sometimes it seems like the contrast. That's why you'll see in homeopathy, there'll be like certain venoms will be your homeopathy signature for healing. So where we have disconnected from our own self and our own voice is often the reconnection that you have for your divine signature of your woman and your true essence and your soul signature. Okay, that's all for today. It's very important. So it's not just enough to listen to my words. It's very important that you make time for this exercise as soon as you can, because you are elevating your consciousness into your highest timeline. Bless you, and I can't wait to meet you in the well tomorrow.